Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
At IDF, we're also learning about the latest processors and new technologies from Intel, but what will you do with it? Well, our next guest is always fun to have on because he helps bring it to us as consumers in English. We can understand some of the things going on at things like a developer forum at Intel. Director of Marketing for Visual Computing for Intel Software and Services Group is Jeff Abbate. Jeff, always a delight to have you. Welcome back.
Pleasure to be here, Dave.
What's new and exciting?
What isn't, right?
Yeah.
I think your guests got an audible version of what's probably most exciting here, which is the unveiling, if you will, of the Ultrabooks and a bit more about where we're headed with those. Fantastic.
Oh, there's so many cool things going on and so much buzz. I mean, we talked about the first IDF 14 years ago, a couple of hundred people, no media, no real buzz, just some developers saying, hey, what can we do? And over 5,000 people here at this one, and a lot of buzz, a whole lot of us media types that are covering all the cool things going on. There is a lot to take advantage of. And of course, taking advantage of Intel's technology becomes a key factor as well. You guys give us the power to create. Let's talk about some of the creativity that end users are taking advantage of these days.
Well, it's interesting, right? The question you might ask is when you get this new platform, this new Ultrabook or your new core processor, what do you do with all that extra power, or what do you do with your extra battery life, or what do you do with your portability?
Yeah, it's not just send more emails. No, there's a lot more you could do.
Right, and in the keynote today, Muli Eden actually dubbed it personal creativity. So it's personal content, and one of the things that you can do with your new PC is create content, whether it's video, whether it's photos, or even music. So we in the Software and Services Group spend a lot of our time. We have an army of what I like to think of as unsung heroes, the engineers that work with the developers to help bring home what it is you can do with these new platforms.
And give us a couple of ideas then of the kinds of things that really even blow you away and say, now this is going to go places.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the areas that's kind of exciting, and I think we're just at the beginning of it, is the ability to create 3D content from 2D content. So we all have tons of video hanging around, right? And we see more 3D coming. There are applications now that take advantage of this second-generation core processor and the built-in visual capabilities of it to speed up or even make possible, almost for the first time, taking your 2D content, turning it into 3D content, and then you can go share it with others, put it out on the web, and so forth.
And we're talking about even home videos. I mean, maybe the kid's birthday party, and how cool it'll be to become 3D as they throw, cake to the camera or something.
Right. So one of the companies that's doing that, and we're featuring them as one of the newer companies that have worked with us to tune up their software, is Movavi, and they have the Movavi Video Converter 3D app, and available now.
Cool.
And by the way, you convert stuff for all of your devices, right? You've got a handheld device, you got a phone, you got an iPod, you got a PC, you've got a TV. Movavi has conversion apps that allow you to convert your music, convert your video to use across all of those devices to make it very easy for you.
Nice. Now, and this is software, right?
Software.
So it's something we can install on our computer and run our videos through it.
You bet.
And it does this magic.
You bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing that gets your attention.
Right?
But your group
create content.
Yeah, there's one example. And of course, people say, well, 3D is certainly a whole lot of into tomorrow kinds of stuff. You can do some more neat things with it. What about just general photography, for that matter? Because folks are trying to do more things with that.
Yeah, in the here and now, actually, there's a company based in Europe called Nixoft. And they make an interesting app called HDR Effects Pro. And one of the things that enthusiast photographers and even some professionals are into these days is what we call high dynamic range imaging. So images have a dynamic range, and it takes a good deal of computing power to bring out that dynamic range and those high dynamic range images. So a company like Nixoft, right, works with us to make sure that when you want to bring out that dynamic range in your images, you've got the app to do it. There you go.
Very cool. And ArcSoft Another company that's using Intel technology in ways that maybe hadn't been thought of before.
ArcSoft has an amazing array of video creation products and video consumption products. So if you want to enjoy high-definition video, Blu-ray video, or if you want to create your own movies with photos and images, that's the way to go.
Loving it. And again, there's like limitless companies that you and your team are working with, and they're all doing fun things. And really, that's what it's about. It's about that whole creativity thing and letting us as consumers do more with our content than just sit there.
And the amazing thing is, it's easy now. It's within our reach to do it, and in the past that was very difficult. So there you have it.
Love it. Jeff, always a pleasure to have you on. Got to get you on again sooner than later and with more time. So much more to cover. Love the new glasses, by the way.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And, of course, Intel.com for more. We want you to know that all 3 hours of Into Tomorrow here from San Francisco this week available at intotomorrow.com, and more next hour from San Francisco and IDF. I'm Dave Graveline. Stay tuned.